I'm not desperate to be president of Nigeria. I am desperate to see Nigeria change.
Who now won? Atiku. Peter Obi won that election. That came third, according to the result that was announced.
INEC chairman, professor of glitches, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, the chairman of INEC and the gang of electoral bandits in INEC.
Some people are using pen to steal billions.
2027 general election, Nigerian sues INEC and Mahmood Yakubu for refusal to implement electronic means of vote transmission and also for refusal to allow people in diaspora to vote come 2027. Meanwhile, Peter Obi don express, his own opinion, stating that he's not desperate to become the president of Nigeria. Rather, he's desperate to see that Nigeria, starts working as it's supposed to be, stating that the reason for the adoption of ADC was to ensure that Nigeria gets the opportunity to actually choose a leader who is going to ensure that come 2027 their vote is being their votes count. You understand? Yes, that is a major reason. And for the fact that they have adopted ADC to ensure that they come to wonders, that anything that would deviate from that means he's not part of it, and that he is going to pull out if he discovers that ADC is not for the betterment of Nigerians. Meanwhile, former SGF of the Federation don't come out, they blast Tinubu. He say he was being asked some questions on a live national TV. The big man said that Peter Obi won the election, but the result that was announced was the opposite. Stating that Tinubu lost the election, that it was all rigged. And then being asked some question, that the result that was presented showed that Tinubu won, and going to court, Tinubu also won. The big man said, what do you expect in a system that all of them knows that what happened during that period? We saw that the man who was in charge, the chief justice of at that time, we saw the bribe he collected and everything, and nobody's had anything to say about it. So in another one, Randy Peter don't come out the and they talk, say this government, this Yakubu Mahmood, is planning something bigger come 2027, and it is high time Nigerians begin to talk about it, because if we don't speak up now, they are going to repeat what happened in 2023. Meanwhile, the big man fire say don't come out, you don't they criticize Wike, say Wike has been looting, but then they are not doing anything about it. Not only Wike, other political might out there who has been looting money all over the place, and nobody is holding them accountable. But small Yahoo boys who are out there trying to hustle, the EFCC are not letting them rest. Now let me play the first video of Peter Obi and listen to him, because he made a lot of points as 2027 general election is advancing. Watch the end, and after this particular one, I will play the video of the SGF making a bold statement that Tinubu does not deserve to be the president of Nigeria.
Presentation in our assembly where nobody can leave his party after election. Exactly. If you want to change party, do it during election. After election, you must stay there. If you vacate, they replace the person. Wow.
Very correct.
So, which one am I going to contest him? As you know, because of the problem they have, some of us who are leaders in the opposition have a president adopted ADC. But I can tell you, before the election, more will join. Yes. More people will come together. Because the opposition needs to come together. Yeah. We are not coming together to wrestle power. If it is wrestle power, can't Peter be out of it? If we are not going to use that power to change the fortune of this country, please count me out of it. I'm not looking for political position. I'm not desperate to be president of Nigeria. I am desperate to see Nigeria change. I live in a changed place, and I tell people that I've lived in a place that work. I've been to schools. People have asked me questions. Peter, why did you go to all these schools? I went to them because I wanted to know where those people who went there have different brains. So as we advance down, we have adopted ADC for 2027 election. Okay. We are still battling to take over Labour because that's the right thing. There was nothing wrong. What was wrong in Labour is that we find out that people abandoned what we were trying to build into transaction. Yeah. It became a mess. So that was it. There's nothing wrong. That's the only thing that is wrong. We don't want to do transactional politics. I was offered a lot by this government. That could have been anything, but that's not what it is. So that's it. Somebody asked about being fair. My sister, I live in this country.
Alright guys, you know one thing about Peter Obi, the guy is someone that is not even after, the presidency like he has said. Yes, if he wins, he wins. But if he does not win, Peter Obi remains Peter Obi. That is the fact. He's been going out there, showing love, trying to support some different organizations, school, nursing schools and all of that. So far, Peter Obi has spent nothing less than 600 to 700 million naira in this year from January to this month alone. He's been consistent, supporting different institutions, ensuring that Nigeria becomes a better place. And this is why a lot of people believe that Peter Obi, if given the opportunity to serve, would make a good leader. He's a leader with character, a leader with conscience, a leader who knows, who hears the cry of the people and understands the system, a leader who is ready to actually take bold steps to improving the life of the citizen. You understand? This is one of the reasons why a lot of people are saying that, okay, Peter Obi is the right man for the job. We've seen his legacy, in Anambra State. We've seen how, his security was tight and all of that. This is one of those legacies that we believe that, when Peter Obi comes in, things will change. Talking about economic, the national economic growth of the nation and all of that, Peter Obi possesses that strength. Now, let me play the video and see the moments this SGF, criticized Tinubu. Note, Tinubu was one time his best friend before he left Tinubu because of Tinubu's, character and bad leadership, according to him. Watch the end, smash the like button and stay tuned because after this one, Randy Peter get a lot of things to talk about.
The problem with Bola Tinubu is that he thinks I'm the one that offended him. I didn't offend him, he offended me.
What did you do to him?
No, it's not for television, that one. But he offended me. And he's full of himself, and he thinks that because he's now so-called president.
Is he so-called or he's the president?
So-called.
That's the president of the Federal Republic.
I believe he didn't win the election.
What makes you think so? Because you supported Peter Obi?
Yes.
So that's why you think.
The results available to us at that time believe he didn't win the election.
But the court says otherwise.
The court, of course, you know who they are.
The court stands for justice.
Yeah, the court stands for justice in court.
So you don't believe in the courts?
I believe in the courts. What can you do? They are there. They are supposed to do their duties. They are doing their duties. It's not about believing.
So if you don't believe Bola Tinubu won the election, the court in the first, the result at the poll says he won. The court in the first instance says he won. Yes. The court in the second instance says he won.
Yes, but the facts on the ground said he didn't win.
Who now won? Atiku?
Peter Obi won that election.
That came third.
According to the result that was announced, not according to the true results.
So, how do you determine who won an election?
We have the data now. Look, we had monitors on the field, we had agents on the field, we collected our data, we know our results, we know the results that were coming in from the field. We can see clearly the point at which they were altered. We can see clearly,
Was it altered in Anambra? Was it altered in Abia? Was he altered in Enugu? Peter Obi won landslide. He won over 90% of the votes in that region.
Yes.
He beat Bola Tinubu in Lagos.
Yes.
He had huge vote in the North
Central. It doesn't
Central.
mean there are no states where election was conducted. There are. When you do rigging, you rig only where you are strong. And because...
Is Peter Obi strong in Lagos? That is Bola Tinubu state.
Yes.
As a politician, you know what it means when you lose your home talk.
I know what it means. They didn't understand the demography of Lagos very well at that time.
So it was a shocker.
It was a shocker. They underplayed the demography of Lagos, and it shocked them. And the demography showed. Subsequent elections, they worked on that demographic issue. That's why there was voter suppression in the gubernatorial election, and in this last election, local government. The demography took them by surprise.
Would you still be supporting Peter Obi in 2027?
You think they say a day in politics is long. Things have changed, and the parameters that we were used to evaluate our candidate in 2023 is going to be different from this one. Things have moved on, so we'll see when we get there.
Still on the matter where they sub, so you don't hear them on now. This one not be today where he start. We don't hear and say P2B won the election, but it was taken away from him. Of course, all of us knew the injustice that was done. We saw what happened, in Lagos. We saw what happened in Port Harcourt. We saw what happened in different places, Plateau and all of that, where some of Obi votes was splitted, and some places they even made away with it. You understand the matter? Obi won in the Federal Capital Territory and other major places that required him to win, winning 12 states, you understand, out of 36 states, and yet P2B lost the election. These 12 states were the ones that they declared, though. Not like Obi didn't win more than that. Meanwhile, moving ahead, Randy Peter don't address the matter. I say it is high time we take electoral reform serious. INEC is planning something huge. Come 2027, these people are ready to hijack everything. Election might be hijacked again in 2027. We saw what happened in 2023 when they used talk to beat up people who came out to vote in Lagos and in other parts of the states. Yeah, he's saying that we should come out and begin to agitate for our rights. INEC has refused to implement electronic means of voting, saying that we don't even know their reasons, but they want prisoners to vote and they don't want people in diaspora to vote. Is this not injustice? Now, the issue is that if the people in prison must vote, then people in diaspora should also have equal right to vote. Listen to Randy Peter, and after this one, I will show you the next video of how you say criticizing Nigerian politicians for looting and making away with a whole lot of Nigerians' earned currency.
Nigerians, prepare and plan for 2027. Oh, Nigerians, place focus where focus they needed. Oh, INEC chairman, professor of glitches, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, the chairman of INEC and the gang of electoral bandits in INEC, stop the mischief. Stop being intelligent by half. INEC chairman, Professor Yakubu, you make your statement recently to the controller of correctional center, where you talk say INEC want to implement the court order where talk say make prisoners where they for prison inmates they should vote by 2027. Professor Mahmood, nobody is saying that anybody that deserves to vote should not vote. But Professor Mahmood and INEC band of electoral bandits, stop taking Nigerians for stupid people. The problem with Nigeria electoral process is not people to vote. It is the integrity of the electoral process that the vote of people should count. Professor Mahmood, if prisoners fit vote, then people for diaspora too fit vote. Professor Mahmood, according to INEC 2023, your own data, registered voters for Nigeria was 91 million people, about 91 million. Total number of collected PVC was about 89 million PVCs. Total number of voters for 2023 was less than 30 million, about 27 million. Professor Mahmood, wetin happen where 50 million people collect PVC but refuse to come out to vote? The answer is simple. Nigerians do not trust and believe in that criminal process you people call elections. Take Rivers State for case study. Out of your own total number of voters for Rivers State, about 3.5 million people register. According to INEC, 3.2 million people collect PVC for Rivers State. Election day, according to Una, with all the wahala wuru wey happen, they say Obi get 150-something thousand vote, APC get 130-something thousand vote. Person wey win Rivers State won with less than 200,000 votes. Meanwhile, the same Rivers State 2015, 8 years ago, Jonathan won Rivers State with 1.4 million votes. INEC, stop this criminality. INEC, you are taking Nigerians for fools because unfortunately, Nigerians have decided to be paying attention to things that are not important to our collective lives and destinies. INEC has remained a weapon formed against Nigeria, and if we do not come together and ensure, say by 2027, this weapon must stop to prosper, you must stop this mischief, INEC. The simple question that everybody they ask now, what caused the glitch? Why is it that we should not have further glitches moving forward? Why are you not talking about compulsory electronic transmission of results between you and the National Assembly? INEC, una dey whine una self. You are deceiving. You can deceive every Nigerian, but me, I will not be in that WhatsApp group. INEC, stop this criminality and mischief, so that tomorrow they go here say from one prison, this party don't get 1,000 votes from this prison. INEC, we want the votes to count, not just the number of people to vote. They want the people where they outside where vote. How were you able to protect the integrity of the system before you begin to bring external voters and every other person? INEC, if you enter prison, not be prison you go end though. From there you will also go to hospital. Everybody where they on admission, they also have rights. They go open polling units, including for ICU and for theater. Make their family member hold their hand on print, since all of us want mad for Nigeria. From there too, you will enter mortuary because they never bury them. They still get right. Anybody where there is hope that he go still rise up of the dead, they go vote. Then you go also go cemetery. You go raise the dead. Since una they find votes to pad and announce winner, INEC, me I no go leave Nigeria for this case. So me I no go run leave Nigeria because of anybody. On this country mandate night, me I stand, and Nigeria must work in our lifetime. 2027, we must have credible elections. Nigeria must choose their leaders. INEC, professor of glitches and your gang of electoral bandits, stop the mischief. Nigerians, the power where una they talk say we go use protect vote 2027, we better bring them now, use them, ensure say make the system count now. If not, why are we postponing our fight? Why are we being a lazy people? Focus on INEC. Focus on INEC.
Well, guys, this matter of electronic means of vote transmission, it cannot be overemphasized, because this is the only way. If IREF and Beavers are not working, my brother, leave it. Going out on the day of election to vote is like going to throw your it's like building on top water with that which you know that has no foundation and it will collapse. That is exactly what it is. These people are trying their best to ensure that 2027 they will not implement those laws. They would rather go by means of going using paper to thumbprint and all of that, instead of transmitting votes electronically. These are the things that we all are agitating for. We're asking that, okay, things that they should be done and done properly. Look, take for instance, during the time of Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, if this guy did not implement some certain laws, would Buhari have smelled as rock? No. This is a Democrat. Why are they saying that we're in a democratic system, and at the same time we're not even benefiting from democracy? A lot of things happening here and there, and nobody is saying anything about it. It's high time, because our future is at stake. And from the day Tinubu entered office till today, we have not really seen any positive impact. Rather, there's been hike in cost of living. We've seen a dollar, skyrocketing and all of that. Things are going higher and higher. You understand? Why is it that he that calls himself the Jagaban, who said he's ready to fix Nigeria? At this point, Nigeria don't scatter. Nigeria, they jaga. Nothing is working. You understand? And for us to correct this thing, we need our votes secured. This is what we are all agitating for. Now, on the next slide, before we talk about it more, let me play this video of how you say criticizing Wike and all other government agencies who are going after small boys, Yahoo boys who are trying to help themselves in one way or the other, and leaving those stealing billions and trillions with pen and paper.
Some people are using pen to steal billions every day in our country. Every day they use that pen. And police convoy, police will protect them. They are in convoy, they wear agbada, they put on cap, but they use the pen to carry billions. But Yahoo that will sit in front of laptop, he will use his brain to do Yahoo. I'm not supporting Yahoo. to steal, to get small thing, to buy small car. They are busting them when they go for parties, when they go for function, they will go and carry their cars. But the ones that are using pen to carry billions, big money for to carry billions, they watch them and they pretend they don't see. EFCC, who is fooling who? You go and bust people at night, carry their cars, arrest 500 youths that the politicians are using pen to carry their own money. No job for them, no nothing to do. I'm not supporting Yahoo, don't get me wrong. But who are you supposed to be busting in their office? People that are inflating contracts, people that are using massive money to innovate. They are going around enjoying, living like a king. But the small boys, when they do their own thing, you go they bust them for nights. Are you scared to go to the big man's office, ESCC? And why do you always wait till night to go and pack our youths from either club or pool party or this or that? Why? And people are in the office every day using their pen. Every day. Look at my state, no road. And they spent over 130 billion on roads that we can't see. You are not going there to bust them. You are not arresting anybody. You are not even questioning them. But Yahoo, all those small boys, because you know they don't have power. Yorubani, Enya Lemu, Lanle Dimo. That means because those ones, they don't have any power. But the ones carrying their resources away, their money, their future away, reason why they don't have jobs, reason why they are jobless, the ones stealing their money, you are looking at them. Make them they go. EFCC, God knows your address.
Welcome back again, guys. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please do well to subscribe, smash the like button, and also share your opinion on the matter where they talk about, because this matter so no be for one person. You understand? We all need to actually come out to begin to address these challenges. And talking about Peter B's, a statement that he's not, he's not the type that is going to be like, he's a more that will become the president of Nigeria. Rather, he's ready to make sure that Nigeria starts working and works effectively. You understand? This is what Peter Obi's mission is all about. Over time, we have always seen it. Peter Obi has proven beyond reasonable doubt that he's a leader who can be held accountable. You have seen a lot of witnesses. Political people from the north are coming out to testify that, okay, Peter Obi is a man they want. You understand? But come 2027, like what happened in 2023, you see that this Jagaban will go as far as buying votes and all of that, which there are laws which state that buying a vote is a crime. And you see it is happening. He himself bought votes, during the primary election. We saw what happened where he came out boldly with bullion vans and all of that, sharing money, and he was all over the place, all over the internet, and that was how he bought his way through. And going to presidential election, he did the same thing and bought his way through. This is why Nigeria is not working today. You understand? These guys spent a lot of money, and you don't expect him to come and start building infrastructure. You don't expect him to come and start developing the country. With which money? Today they are borrowing almost like times 100 of what has been ever borrowed in the history of Nigeria. They are borrowing and they're putting us in debt. They are not even paying anything. No. Tomorrow now, Nigeria will start having issue with one country or the other because of what our leaders are subjected us to. Let us rise with one voice, rise with in strength, in harmony, unity, and begin to speak against and condemn this criminal act, that is going on in this country. Tinubu should not be allowed to continue in 2027 because his leadership so far has benefited no one. Well, it's all left for all of us to decide, because at the end of the day, everyone has his own opinion. Leave me your opinion via the comment section regarding the matter where they sub, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, and stay tuned, because I'll be bringing more interesting gist like this as we go on.